You clicked on this link because you care about the environment. This is a unique story about what many people describe as the gorilla in the room. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history." Many care about the Salton Sea's future. Everyone must organize.
Hi, I'm Rob Zimmer. I've owned and operated Spectrum Advertising since 1989. I'm doing this video because I want to just let people know all the things that are happening out of the Salton Sea. It's quite rapid what's happening. As part of Spectrum in the early 1990s was to facilitate public relations for clients such as the County of Imperial and other prominent cities. Imperial County Board of Supervisors contracted me and my company to represent the County of Imperial as their public information officer for 8 years. Then Chairman of the Imperial County Board of Supervisors, Wayne Van de Graaff, tasked me to represent Imperial County for issues with the New River and Salton Sea. I was tasked to attend bicultural task force meetings with engineers in the U.S. and Mexico for the cleanup of the New River. I have served on many local, state, and federal committees tasked with the goal of improving the quality of life for Imperial County citizens. The then governor of Baja California presented me a recognition as an Amigo de Baja. The city of Calexico also contracted with me to represent Calexico as their public information officer. The Imperial County Board Chairman Wayne Van de Graaff tasked me to participate in the formation of the Salton Sea Task Force, which later became known as the Salton Sea Authority. I used to water ski and fish in the Salton Sea in the 60s and 70s. Issues that concern our area have always been a passion of mine for more than 30 years. Illustrating my commitment to our area, I was a 2-time El Centro Quantian of the Year recipient, who was well known for public speaking about the Salton Sea and New River. Club members often referred to me as the water and waste expert. My father, a Cornell University graduate, put me to work on his farm, irrigating and harvesting cotton while attending college to learn about soil science and agronomy. While learning soil science, my professors commented,
"You understand the dynamics of the relationship between soil and water than most students."
My college professors allowed me to take time from school to harvest cotton to help pay for my education. While I was harvesting cotton, high up, operating the John Deere harvester around the Salton Sea provided me an incredible view of the morning winds that whirled between San Diego, Los Angeles, and Mexicali. In 2018, Community Spectrum featured a story called The Receding Salton Sea, which started SaltonSeaWatch.com, so our viewers could see for themselves what is happening at the Salton Sea. Community Spectrum manages SaltonSeaWatch.com for consistency. Spectrum videographers live and operate locally, providing a local perspective. SaltonSeaWatch.com videographers have documented happenings at the Salton Sea, and as you can see by past visits, the water remaining in the Salton Sea is receding rapidly. Knowing that most agricultural drainage water, also known as tailwater, was scheduled to cease in 2017, I created and submitted a plan to mitigate dust as the Salton Sea shoreline receded. As this water recedes, exposes more and more shoreline of toxic dust that will impact large population as the wind blows. To help mitigate the potential health hazards arising from small, potentially contaminated particles of dust from the Salton Sea to becoming airborne with the possibility of being inhaled by humans, the California Natural Resource Agency, CNRA, has developed the Species Conservation Habitat, SCH. A historic agricultural to urban water transfer agreement was signed in 2003 to facilitate the growing need for more water to service San Diego County. As part of the water transfer agreement, local landowners, farmers were required and provided incentives to implement water conservation practices to mitigate the negative impact to Imperial County for the water transfer. Local landowners, farmers were provided more than 15 years to implement water conservation practices.
Through a series of stories, Community Spectrum will update our viewers with the latest local happenings at the Salton Sea through the SaltonSeaWatch.com. Please subscribe to the Community Spectrum to stay up to date and be sure to share our stories.